Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to completely reframe how you think about a concept that honestly touches your life every single day. We're talking about marketing. Now, if you think you already know exactly what that means, well, prepare to have your perspective totally shifted, because we aren't just talking about commercials here. We're going to look under the hood at the invisible machinery that fundamentally shapes our modern world, drives massive economies, and puts the items you love right into your hands.
Okay, let's dive right into this. When you hear the word marketing, what pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's a giant billboard on the highway, a flashy internet ad interrupting a video, or maybe some aggressive corporate sales tactics trying to get you to open your wallet. It's incredibly common to just assume that marketing is a fancy modern word for selling. But as we're about to see, that preconceived notion actually misses the big picture entirely. It's kind of like looking at one tiny pixel and thinking you're seeing the whole photograph.
So, let's look at the textbook difference between the two, because it's a real eye-opener. Selling is fundamentally a much narrower concept. It's an action focused strictly on the final transfer of title and possession, getting a product from a seller to a buyer. It's heavily production-oriented and very short-term. Think of it this way. Selling is just the act of handing over the keys to a car. Marketing, on the other hand, is this massive consumer-oriented social process. It's the entire process of researching, designing, and building the exact car you actually want to drive in the first place. It views the customer as the absolute purpose of the business. The essence of marketing isn't just a quick transaction. It's the long-term satisfaction of consumers. Selling is really just one small piece of the giant marketing puzzle.
Here's our roadmap for today. First, beyond just selling. 2, society, elevating living standards. 3, the firm, driving growth. 4, the consumer, ultimate choice. And finally, 5, the formula for success.
Section 1. Beyond just selling. From macro to micro.
Picture a neighborhood undergoing a massive economic transformation. What's actually driving it? Well, it's large-scale, continuous production that effectively drops the prices of daily goods. Suddenly, even the poorer sections of society can afford a much higher standard of living because essentials are finally within reach. And as this happens, multiple doors start opening up across the entire community. We see diverse, vital careers popping up, positions in banking, factory production, vital research, logistics, and warehousing. This incredible industrial integration is the powerful engine that drives a country's national income upward. I mean, it literally builds the world around us.
And not transforming neighborhood isn't just a nice story. It's backed by hard economic data. The theorist Paul Mazur famously defined marketing as the delivery of standard of living to the society. It does this by identifying what customers actually need and then taking the initiative to provide those quality goods at cheaper prices. It decreases distribution costs through incredibly efficient channels. It spreads consumer awareness like wildfire. And it actively manages expectations by helping businesses understand when tastes change so they can adapt responsibly. It's just an incredibly dynamic process.
This brings us to a crucial point, summarized perfectly by Converse, Shugi, and Mitchell. They point out that in order to have continuous production, there absolutely must be continuous marketing. Without it, the whole system just halts. Marketing is the vital engine that keeps the entire societal employment system running. It's the bridge that successfully integrates agriculture with industry, keeping the economy strong, stable, and constantly growing.
Section 2. The firm, driving growth.
Let's step off the neighborhood streets and walk inside a corporate office to see how this engine runs from the inside. Imagine the energy inside a firm when a successful marketing campaign takes off. It immediately boosts product awareness and draws in potential buyers. You can literally see the sales indicators rise, generating real, tangible profits. But here's the kicker. Those profits aren't just hoarded away in a vault somewhere. They are strategically reinvested right back into the business. The firm uses this momentum to provide timely, high-quality after-sales services. And that is exactly how they build deep, unshakable consumer trust and successfully counter any aggressive competition out there in the open market.
What we're looking at here is an incredibly powerful momentum-building loop. It starts with creating awareness, which naturally leads to increased sales. Those successful sales, backed by fair pricing, build trustworthy relationships and intensely loyal customers. Then comes the real magic. Feedback from those trusted customers acts as a prime source of brilliant new ideas. It tells the research and development team exactly what to create next. This makes marketing the absolute basis for making complex business decisions, like what, how, when, and for exactly whom to produce.
Section 3. The consumer, ultimate choice.
Now let's zoom in on the final and definitely most personal piece of the puzzle. Put yourself directly into the aisles of a store.
Think about the last time you bought a new phone, or maybe a fresh pair of sneakers. You probably stood there comfortably comparing prices, looking at different technical features, and checking brand reviews online. Because of marketing, you're educated enough to pick an option that perfectly matches your unique expectations. This is what leads to total consumer satisfaction. And behind the scenes, marketing ensures a stable, regular supply of those goods so that the shelves, whether they're physical or digital, are never empty when you need them.
Now, what's really fascinating here is how this completely flips the power dynamic. Because marketing promotes intense product awareness and makes competitive options so highly visible, it creates massive moral pressure on businesses. They are practically forced to provide quality products because, let's face it, if they supply defective ones, negative reviews will destroy their brand equity instantly in today's connected world. So marketing actually empowers you, the consumer. It gives you variety, helps in your careful selection, and guarantees that businesses are working incredibly hard for your satisfaction.
So looking at this all at a glance, you quickly realize society, the firm, and the consumer are not separate islands. They are completely interconnected pillars. Marketing elevates society through mass employment and higher living standards. That allows consumers to make highly informed choices, which in turn feeds the firm with vital sales and ideas, driving even further production. It really proves that marketing is the ultimate catalyst for the entire economic ecosystem.
Section 4. The formula for success, the marketing mix.
We've seen the incredible macro and micro impacts, but how do businesses actually orchestrate all this magic? Well, this is the classic formula introduced by E. Jerome McCarthy way back in 1960. It's known as the 4 Ps of product marketing. A firm has to perfectly balance the right product, meaning something that actually satisfies a deep consumer need. They have to offer it at the right price, balancing their own required profitability with what the customer is actually willing to pay. They must ensure it's in the right place, meaning an accessible distribution channel, whether that's a physical retail shelf down the street or a massive global online store. And finally, they need the right promotion, the specific communication tools used to educate you and encourage a purchase.
But, as the modern market evolved, especially for service-based businesses, those original 4 Ps just weren't quite enough. So, in 1981, Booms and Bittner expanded this to the 7 Ps, because services are intangible, right? Businesses must focus heavily on people, recruiting and training the absolute right employees. They need a smooth process, the actual delivery steps to ensure consistent quality every single time. And they rely on the physical environment. Think of your favorite local coffee shop. The people are the friendly baristas, the process is how fast you get your drink, and the physical environment is that cozy seating and great music that gives you confidence in what you're buying and makes you want to stay.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this. Think about the very last purchase you made. Before today, you might have just thought about the simple price tag on the box. But now, I challenge you to look a little deeper. Consider the hundreds of jobs that were created to get it to you. Think about the intense market research that anticipated your exact need, and those 7 Ps that quietly, perfectly guided your decision. Marketing isn't just selling, it is the invisible machinery constantly working around the clock to improve your standard of living. Keep that in mind next time you hit the store. Thanks for watching and stay curious.